one thing you're going to be asked, and it's going to be difficult for you to think a bit about it, is you always need to think what are the benefits versus what are the costs to individuals taking part. And if there's more costs than benefits, the research shouldn't go ahead. In our example, what are the benefits when we had to write this in terms of using the libraries and what we want to do? Our benefits are we want to make the libraries a better place for you, for HE learners. We want to make sure we have the resources you need, and we wanted to make an open space for you to use, so you can have so it can benefit you, and you can have get out of the college with your qualifications. That's our benefits. What are the costs? What would be the costs? Actually, I'm going to ask you. So imagine I want to do a survey with you. I want to interview you. What costs do you think?
Time.
Exactly. I knew you were going to say that. Exactly. You're going to have to be here half an hour more. I'm going to ask you questions. Any other costs that you could think of, apart from time? Could it be uncomfortable, me asking you questions about why do you use the library, your past experience with the library, or you think it'll be okay?
Be okay. Depends, really.
It depends on the person, right? It could be, some people might not like to talk that much about themselves. They might, why is this person asking me about my experience with libraries in school? I don't want to talk about it. And that's fine, that's absolutely fine. And so we need to discuss all of this. And we actually wrote about it, saying that yes, it can be a cost. So the way you talk about it is, if the first, we're always gonna give you a consent form, and I'll talk about what a consent form is in a bit, explaining me what the research is going about, and I'm gonna interview for 30 minutes. And if you don't want to, you don't want to. You say no, it's like, I'm sorry, I have more to do today, and I don't want to talk to you, and that's absolutely fine. So you need, when you're writing your ethics form, you're gonna need to think about, so in your case, if you're gonna observe people, you might interview them, what do you think would be, so first, what are the benefits? For you.
Get the primary research that you want to get out of it. So.
That's for you. What are the benefits? What are the social benefits?
Oh, right. Just finding potential solutions to the problems.
In relation to environmental waste. Yeah, that's brilliant. And the costs?
Obviously, the time it takes to do the research.
That's again to you.
Yeah.
But for the people you're interviewing, time can be also for them.
I guess just them being observed is like might be a problem for them.
Exactly. Yeah. Some people really don't like. Imagine if some people really might not like. What? I'm gonna have the students observing me while I do my work. I really don't want that. So it's something that you need to discuss about it. If they don't want it, you need to have a quick way of saying it. If people don't want to be part of the research, then that's fine. Well, have a good example here. You didn't want to be recorded, so you were asked for it, and you said no, and that's fine. That's how you do things. It's ask people, and that's how it's an ethic way of doing things. Okay, that's always what you need to do. Okay, so
another example.
Yeah.
I asked you before the lecture if it's okay with you.
Oh yeah.
If say no, I don't want to record it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I cannot do the video recording. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly. So. I actually have a good example of one thing that was not ethical. That it's interesting, but it's not to do with research, but it has to do with how we usually understand how in your place of work how ethics work. So, in a summer job, I once was in Ireland before starting my PhD. I was working in one thing called Ashford Castle, and I was doing falconry, and I had people coming with me whilst we were walking with the hawks. And I had this, it was an American, nothing against Americans, but this American person just started recording me and recorded me for like half an hour and put it on YouTube. Never asked for my consent, and it's still there. And it's like, and you could think, I never signed anything on my contract saying I was okay with being recorded. So it's about ethics. Of course, it is with research. It's about conducting things in an ethical way. It's really important. These skills, of course, you're going to use them on research, but I think they're really beneficial as well when you think about, especially when you reach to management positions, things like that, think about how to conduct stuff ethically with the people you're working with. It can be really important. Okay, sorry, I went a bit on the sidetrack here.